Guys, so this is what Deku was Cupid Part 1. So guys, basically, this is a Valentine's special, and by the time this uploads, it's probably going to be, like about, 3 in the morning and Monday, but yet again, I'm doing this late night, doing this, late night. So basically, this Warp Deku was Cupid. Now I wanted to do Warp Deku was rich, but that was just stupid because I was trying to figure out what game should I go with Valentine's. So obviously, Cupid popped in my head, and I'm doing this what if. So this Warp Deku was Cupid Part 1. Now after this video, we'll be uploading Warp Deku was Black for Black History Month, and yeah. So basically, Deku is born, well, a demigod. Now, in this universe, Deku's father is actually going to be Cupid. So, pretty much, Cupid in this universe basically is, well, Hulk's doppelganger. Or, the bird guy from My Hero Academia, Hulk's. So, basically, Deku's dad is going to be the doppelganger of Hulk's. Now, pretty much, Deku's dad basically looks like Hulk's, but with red hair and pretty much, the same red wings and everything. So basically, Deku's dad. Now, Deku's born with white hair with red tips. Deku also is born naturally, fit. So Deku has the same build that All Might had. I mean, that Deku had after the 10-month arc training with All Might, naturally. So basically, Deku, is a lot more faster and quicker. Deku was also born with a quirk or slash, ability since he's a demigod. Now, Deku's father actually left Deku because, it still follows the same rules as, Percy Jackson. So pretty much, Zeus and all those other gods exist in this universe. Pretty much Deku goes to, what was it? Deku goes to school, all the same. Deku is born with a quirk. Deku's godly abilities or slash quirk is, manifest when Deku is, natural age to get a quirk, like 5 years old. So basically, Deku develops his quirk. Deku's quirk is basically Deku has the ability to summon, um, what was it? To summon white wings on the back of his back. Well, he can summon white wings, and he can control the feathers of his wings, kind of exactly like Hulk's powers. Pretty much Deku has Hulk's powers, and also Deku can fly at supersonic speeds, and Deku also can use his wings for shields and stuff like that. Deku can also summon a energy arrow and bow and arrow out of thin air. Deku Deku can control the effects of arrows he makes. Basically, Deku can make 3 type of arrows. Arrows that can explode things, arrows that just work like normal arrows, electrical arrows, and also one special type of arrow, a love arrow, or more or less a motion controlling arrow. Deku, with his motion controlling arrow, can pretty much make anybody fall in love, or make somebody get extremely angry, sad, scared, or anxious. Pretty much, can control people's emotions just by shooting them with his, emotion arrow. So pretty much Deku's pretty OP. And he's pretty, strong. So pretty much Deku goes to school. Deku is popular like the rest of the kids. Pretty much being, a cool kid. Now guys, before I get back into the what if, I am going to be uploading a stop motion later this Monday, because I did, I am going to be uploading stop motion this week before we hit to, Wednesday when some kids got to go back to school, and I'm in 7th grade, so I got to go back to school on Wednesday, because, the Arctic storm and all that other stuff. So, yeah, so basically I'm going to be uploading 3 parts of this, then I'm going to be finishing it off there. So yeah, I will be uploading part 2 and 3 tomorrow night. So yeah, so very much Deku is, pretty popular, and Deku is also best friends with Bakugo. Now the ship for this what if I'm not gonna be getting requests from you guys. The ship for this what if is going to be Mina. So pretty much Deku, Mina goes to the same school as Deku, and pretty much Deku, um, starts dating Mina. So pretty much Deku's 16, Mina's the same age as Deku. Pretty much they're dating and their girlfriend and boyfriend. They've been dating for about 10 months now. Pretty much, getting a pretty good understanding of each other. Now, Deku basically, trains for the entrance exams, and we skip to the entrance exams. Now, Deku, since his father in this universe is, a god slash a pro hero, Deku's father, pretty much messes up with some, mortal shenanigans and gets Deku a recommendation. Deku takes the recommendation and goes to UA. Mina, does the entrance exam, but she still passes. So Deku and Mina go to school, or I mean UA the next day, and pretty much they sit next to each other in class. Now, pretty much Bakugo, is sitting down, looking at each other. Sorry, guys, if you hear the noise, that's the Arctic storm outside. It's like a bunch of frost, well, raining. So pretty much Deku sits down, and the rest of the class, starts, talking, making small talk. A couple other students ask Deku what his name is, saying that Deku's hair is kind of interesting. Yeah, pretty much. So basically, Deku, they get ready, they go outside for the quirk assessments because Aizawa walks in, and pretty much they get started. So Deku's told to throw the ball first. Deku grabs the ball, and pretty much throws it up in the air. Summons the left part of his wing, and pretty much smacks it like a bat, sending it pretty far. Now, pretty much I forgot to mention this, but Deku does have incredible durability because his skin has to be really durable to travel at supersonic speeds. With his wings, Deku also has increased stamina and agility, and Deku also has increased strength. Not to a point of, superhuman or like Superman type of levels of strength, but enough to match, 50% of One For All, if Deku really tried. So yeah, so Deku, basically they get ready, and for the race, Deku pretty much does aces it immediately, pretty much passing everybody using his, supersonic flying. For the long jump, Deku just flies over it. The grip test strength, Deku gets, automatically the best score ever. Deku just still gets, second place in the grip test strength, but he gets pretty, better than he was in canon. So pretty much Deku altogether gets about second place. Todoroki gets first place, and Bakugo gets third place. Mina gets the same, score she got originally, and everybody else, you guys can decide. So I'm not gonna end it off here, guys. I'm not gonna end it off here, guys. So Deku goes back home and pretty much, goes to sleep. But Deku gets a call from his small time business. Now Deku uses his emotion arrow to pretty much, well, pair people up or, fix broken relationships. So basically Deku goes to this house with a man pretty much saying that he feels like he doesn't love his wife anymore, but he wants to keep her happy though. Deku pretty much takes out his arrow and says, well, I'm gonna help you with that. And pretty much, summons his emotion arrow, shoots the man, and makes the man fall back in love with his wife. The man walks back, and pretty much, he, well, I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna get demonetized, but pretty much, yeah. So Deku goes back. Deku goes back home, and pretty much he gets another phone call, a couple other phone calls about, a couple of, marriages and date nights and all other stuff. So Deku handles those. At one time, Deku gets called, but it's actually a setup because pretty much they want Deku's emotion powers to help them with some sort of, illegal dealing. So pretty much Deku walks in there and they pretty much ambush Deku. Deku sees us coming and pretty much he summons both of his wings, and altogether his wings are as big as, Angel's wings from the anime TV show. And pretty much Deku dodges both of them and flies up into the air. Deku's flying at supersonic speeds and, just gets out of there as fast as possible. Deku, flies back home, and pretty much Deku, is confused. But Deku sleeps it off, and I'm going to leave it off here, guys. So, I hope you guys enjoyed part 1, and part 2 and 3 will be coming tomorrow night, or part 2 will be coming tomorrow afternoon. So, see you guys later. Bye. Deuces. And as always, have a blessed day. And also, happy Valentine's Day. Bye, guys.